What is going on, guys? This weekend is UFC 312. I'm going to be going over my full card early predictions. This card is shit. This card's bad. The pay-per-view's terrible. There's a couple decent fights on this card that are not. The only two fights that are good on the pay-per-view are Dricus du Plessis, Sean Strickland, and Weili Zhang or Zhang Weili versus Tatiana Suarez. Both title fights. These three fights should not be on a pay-per-view. They are garbage. Garbage. I can't believe the UFC wants you to pay $85 for this. Blows my fucking mind. Starting off with this first fight. Oh, oopsies. I'm going Hung Sung Park via decision. I've already got my picks. Before I did this, I went through. I think he's going to keep his undefeated record. I think he's more well-rounded. And I think he's going to win. Moving on. This is not going to be a long video or a fun video. This guy's not 1-0. Who's picking on Shal Jubilee? All you got to do is bark at him and he loses. Woo, 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 woo. And he fucking quits. So, I'm picking Quinlan by whatever he wants. Because nobody who gets barked at and then just folds like a lawn chair and just quits, I'm picking ever. I'm not picking Jubilee. Quinlan, third round TKO or submission. Like, Kevin Joussette's decent. I'm picking him. This guy, Jonathan McLafe. I think Joussette's just better everywhere. I think he's more well-rounded. I think he has more power. Could he get pressured? Kind of like how he got in his last fight, where Battle just kept pressuring him and folded into the pressure. Yeah, that could happen again, but doubtful. So I'm going Kevin Joussette decision. What is this shit? Why? Nobody cares. Nobody cares about this fight. Moving on. No, we don't give a shit. This fight. Oh, it's Toporia's brother who has like 6 fucking fights. And I saw something like all its components combined only have like 16 wins. I could pull it up. At least they have a picture of him on here. The other guy doesn't even have a picture. I'm going to go Topuria decision. I'm not confident in that. I'm not super confident in that. Colby Thickness could get it done. Topuria's not fought anybody good at all. Just because he's the brother of another fighter. Look at Herbert Burns. Gilbert, fought for a title at one point. I know he's kind of on the downslide now. He's old. Herbert Burns is garbage. Just because you're somebody's brother or you train with a certain fighter doesn't automatically make you good. Darren Till and Hamzat Chimaev. Darren Till was training with Hamzat for a while. Still could not stuff a takedown to save his life. So I'm going to Topuria via decision. Not super confident in that. This is actually, I'm somewhat excited to see this fight. Wayne Kong versus Bruna Brazil. I'm going Wayne Kong first round KO. If she doesn't get the first round KO, she might lose via decision. But she does have one punched KO power, which is rare in any women's division, really. As far as like with a fist, I mean, I understand head kicks, yeah, but that's different than punching. So I'm going Wayne Kong first round KO. If she loses this fight, the Wayne Kong hype train's done for. Yeah, that's about all I got to say about that. This fight, you got Tom Nolan versus Vyacheslav Borslav. I'm going Borslav via decision. He did get like absolutely wrecked in his last. Was his last fight or the fight before that? I can't remember. I think it was if he's coming off of a win, it had to be the fight before that by Chase Hooper. He just dogged him bad. But I think he's better than Tom Nolan. So I'm going Borslav via decision. Again, another like the majority of these fights on the prelims and early prelims are just, they're not good. And I understand not everything can be a stacked card. I completely understand that. But can we at least get the pay-per-view to have some good fights on it, besides the main and co-main event. I'm going to go Gabriel Santos. Does he finish him? Rear naked choke. I think he's going to get the rear naked choke on Jack Jenkins. Man, I'm not picking too many Aussies this one. Well, here we go. Jake Matthews versus Francisco Prado. I'm going Jake Matthews, 3rd round TKO. I think he's going to wear on Prado. I'm trying to remember Prado's last fight. I can see it in my mind. I remember seeing it. And I just remember the commentary. I don't remember who he was against. But I just remember the commentary team saying, oh, he's so tough. He's so tough. I remember just getting dog shit beat out of him for 3 rounds. I can't remember who it was against. I did no research before this. I'm going off of pure instinct to pick these fights because I could care less about UFC 312. It's garbage. I'm going Jake Matthews, 3rd round TKO. Now I'm gonna go decision because he was getting hit with some hard shots and he was eating them. So I don't think he'll be able to get knocked out, and I don't see Matthews subbing him. So I'm gonna go Jake Matthews via decision. Jake Matthews is kind of a hit or miss fighter, unfortunately. Why is this on a pay-per-view? Jimmy Crute versus Rodolfo Bellato. I think Jimmy Crute, how many fights has he lost in a row? So, the Minifield fight, was it a draw? Before that? I think he's on a 3-fight losing streak, even though one was a draw. Can't remember who it was against, though. I can't pick Jimmy Crute. He looks like shit in every fight. It might have been to Anthony Smith. I think it might have been to Anthony Smith. Anyway, I can't pick Jimmy Crute. I mean, he just gets the dog shit beat out of him, it seems like, every fight. I'm going to go Rodolfo Bellato. Does he sub him? TKO victory over Jimmy Crute. Again, a garbage can fight in the heavyweight division. Justin Tafa versus Talison Teixeira. I'm going Justin Tafa 1st round KO. If the guy implements any takedowns and gets them on Justin Tafa, he will be able to hold him there. He cannot. But both of the Tafa brothers, you take them down, they're down. They are not getting back up. They're just like Rebellis Desbane. I don't know why. Desbane was on a 2-fight losing streak. I don't know how much a losing streak Tafa's on. I don't know why they keep some people and get rid of others. I don't know. But I'm going Justin Tafa 1st round KO. Not super confident in that pick because, again, if he gets taken down, and the other guy's got almost a 10-inch reach advantage. He's 6'7". Holy shit. Moving on. Actually, 2 good fights that I'm excited to watch. I'll be watching the main and the co-main event. Zhang Weili versus Tatiana Suarez. This one I've been thinking about ever since they announced it. You have Zhang Weili, dominant champion, 2-time strawweight champion, not super active. Fights about once a year on average. Tatiana Suarez, same thing. Constantly being inactive, not a lot of fights, constantly getting injured, undefeated, has some good high-level wins over former champions. I think 3? Is it 3 wins? She beat Andrade, and she beat Grasso, right, at some point. And there's one more. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Was it Esparza? I think it was Esparza. They're both kind of older. I think Weili is definitely older. I think she's 35 and Suarez is 34. So this is her one shot at a title fight to win the belt. Weili might have the power advantage. I'm going to go Suarez via rear naked choke. I think she's got better grappling, better wrestling than Weili. I think she'll be able to get the back of Zhang Weili and get the submission, rear naked choke. I'm not super confident in that pick because I don't, being this inactive and you're not used to 5-round fights, she could, after 3 rounds, gas out of trying to grapple and implement, because that's going to definitely be her best path to victory, is out grappling Zhang Weili. So that could tire her out and fade in the later rounds and get finished, or Weili be able to do enough to win rounds 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to go Tatiana Suarez. It's going to be a rear naked choke in rounds 1 or 2, and then if not, might just lose. But I'm excited for this fight. Very excited for this women's strawweight title fight. Moving on, main event. Moderately excited for this fight. Not super excited. I'd rather have seen, if I can click the damn thing, I would rather have seen Khamzat Chimaev. Why are you piece of shit not working? I'd rather have seen Khamzat Chimaev versus Dricus du Plessis, if I'm being 100% honest. The first fight, I was picking Sean Strickland to win. I thought, he has a simple style. He moves forward, throws the 1-2 and the teep. And I thought he had the good enough takedown defense to negate the grappling of Dricus, and Dricus was just so sloppy on the feet. I'm picking Dricus this fight. I think, would I be surprised if Sean could win via decision? No, I wouldn't. If Sean won via decision, it would not surprise me at all. But I think after he's fought him once, I think Dricus will know what to do better in this fight, and I think he'll actually be able to get the finish in this fight. I'm going Dricus du Plessis late round TKO. So either 4th or 5th round TKO for Dricus du Plessis. I think he's going to be doing nonstop pressure to Sean Strickland. And in their first fight, I remember watching it live. Whoever was going forward was winning. I think him and his coaches are going to look at that and know. And you could say the same thing for Sean. I think it'll apply to this fight as well as it did in the first fight. Whoever's going to be moving forward will be winning this fight. And I think Dricus just has the drive to push forward more. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I'm going Dricus du Plessis, later rounds TKO. They're both exhausted. They're both pushing the pace hard. But I think Dricus, he definitely has the power advantage. So I think he'll be able to get Sean out of there via TKO. Let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think? Who do you think is going to win the main and co-main event? Do you think UFC 312 is even worth buying? I don't. Kind of a bad pay-per-view, but nonetheless, I'm going to be watching at least 2 of the fights on the card. Make sure to subscribe if you guys haven't. Drop a like on the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.